So how are you feeling now with all this the controversy that happened a decade ago? I mean, what's going on now?
14 years ago now.
14 years ago, yeah.
Like my absence from the internet in all those years allowed a narrative to be created that will never change, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter how I come about it, no matter what my perspective is. It just is the way it is. Like there's nothing I could do about it. And that is a very difficult thing to do for somebody who is a control freak like me. Look, as you know, I'm always thinking about if I do this, then that, then what are the ramifications of all this stuff? So my biggest regret is back in those days, you know, when all this stuff happened, was to fight it, not fight it, but to, like, I've recorded all my shows since 1993. I don't have to fight anybody on anything. If somebody comes up to me and says, hey, you're doing my joke, I could easily go, what joke is it? When did you tell it? Let me go look. And then if you did it before me, I'll stop doing it or whatever it is. Like, I've always had that.
Yeah.
But I stayed quiet and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it's just like, that's what it is. I mean, I guarantee you that when this airs, you go on to the comments, people are going to say, why'd you put that stealing piece of shit on, all this kind of stuff, whatever it is. And no matter what I say,
but why not, but Ned, why not do in the beginning just a blanket apology?
But I wasn't, see, let me get this, understand what happened. Anytime, even to this day, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody says, you stole a joke. I go, okay, well, what joke was it? Not angry. Like, what joke, dude? I write a lot. You know this. I fucking create a lot of material. A lot. You've seen me. You personally have seen me write 20 minutes of new shit on stage in one show.
I have seen that, but I have also seen some of your act, you know what I mean, a little too close to things that have already been established, like the Bill Cosby bit.
Yeah, I'd never seen that one. So
I know, but I know. My point though is that it's so similar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That why not just outwardly say I apologize, and then we could just move on.
Like, no, hold on. Let me tell you a story. So when we recorded that special, on the second recording, I did that bit. At the end of the show, Jeff Schimmel, Robert Schimmel's brother, came up to me and said, yo, that bit sounds very similar to a bit that whatchamacallit does. And I said, fuck, I'm tired of this shit. But you guys deal with it the way you need to deal with it. From the minute he told me that, I've never done that joke ever since. We can go through the archives of my performances. I could take you and you could pull out any performance. I never did that joke from the moment I was told that. But that will never be the narrative.
Well, I think there's a combination of things going on.
Right.
Okay. The two things that are going on is that a lot of your material, I'm not saying all of it, right? And I don't even say most of it, you know what I mean? I think, you know, I don't know percentage wise.
Sure.
But a lot of your material was a little too similar to the ilk of Paul Mooney or, you know what I mean, Bill Hicks or, you know,
sure.
The Cosby thing was, you know, right. So my point, and I know my point though being is that, you know, to me, where there's smoke, there's fire. Sure. I don't know what the percentage of it is. Secondly, right, I was there, and I'm not saying what's wrong or right, but you, Dice, Eddie Griffin would do a long time on stage, and you would bump.
Yes.
A lot of these younger comics.
Yes.
And a lot of these young comics that you bumped are the big comics of today.
Concur.
You know what I mean? Yeah, guys like Sebastian, all these guys.
Concur.
Right? And so, you know, with the combination of two things, right, I think that is why you're in the situation that you're in right now. I just want to let me just finish my point, though. My point is that, you know, if I were you, right, I would do, you know, a blanket apology, you know what I mean?
I just don't know who to apologize to.
You know, when Amy Schumer, right, apologized for stealing jokes, right? They do a blanket apology. I'm so sorry that if I you know what I mean, I hurt comics, not anyone specifically. You know, I stole some jokes, and let's move on.
That's what was my next question, Ned, was that...
But she did that, but she did that on purpose. Whatever I did, whatever you're talking about, because it's like, What did somebody say? Oh, in that video, in the TV show, they didn't say I was stealing jokes. They said I was repackaging premises. So now it's like I'm doing a similar premise, but I'm doing it differently. And so, to me, it's like,
yeah, but
dude, just give it like
Ned,
Mooney. I went up to Mooney more than once and said specifically, "Hey, somebody said that you did a joke about this, and I do this joke." Oh no, brother, it's different jokes. You
that's what's stuck. But the thing that is putting you in comedy prison is the essence of the stealing. That's the real root of
stealing is such a huge deal for me. It's like rape.
But I know. But
no. Listen to me.
Yeah,
you need to understand this.
Yeah.
And I've never said this to anybody.
Okay.
To me, when you take a joke that somebody's really worked hard on to create it, because it's fucking hard to write a joke that gets an applause break. That's just fucking hard to do. That's like raping somebody. And whenever I was accused of rape, I went up to that woman and said, "Hey, man, somebody said I raped you last night. Is that what happened?" And she said, No, you didn't rape me. And what you're asking me to do is apologize to all the women I've raped. I want to, but can I meet these? Can I say I'm sorry to them in person?
I think that there's a way to do that.
Look, like somebody said to me the other day that I kicked Joe out of the Comedy Store because I had the power. I'm like, first of all, Mitzi was alive. I don't know if you know anything about Mitzi. You can't tell her to do shit at her club.
Yeah.
So, no, that wasn't me. And second of all, I would never tell them to not do that shit. That was a decision that they made because, from my understanding, we weren't supposed to record at the Comedy Store, and it was put out there.